Hi students, welcome to political science class. Before starting lesson, I am asking some questions from previous class. What are fundamental rights? The right that the constitution has given to its citizens are called fundamental rights. How many fundamental rights explained in our constitution? 6. List the 6 fundamental rights. Right to equality, right to freedom of religion, right to constitutional remedies, cultural and educational right against exploitation. These are the 6 fundamental rights explained in our constitution. Clear this? Let's today's class we may learn remaining one fundamental rights, that is right to constitutional remedies. Our constitution not only provides fundamental rights to citizens but it guaranteed these fundamental rights under the article 32. Okay, our constitution provides fundamental rights, so it guaranteed fundamental rights under the article 32. Okay, if any person feel his fundamental rights were violated either by a person or state or central government, he can appeal to Supreme Court. Okay, so Supreme Court has power to protect the fundamental rights of citizens. So Supreme Court is considered as protector of fundamental rights. Okay, here Supreme Court has a power to protect fundamental rights of citizens. So Supreme Court is considered as protector of fundamental rights. Fundamental rights. Okay, then Dr. B.R. Ambedkar has described fundamental rights as soul and heart of our constitution. Okay, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar described fundamental rights as heart and soul of our constitution. Okay, it means fundamental rights are necessary for the overall development of personality of citizens. Clear this? Okay, so in addition to this, Supreme Court or High Court has power to pass writs. Okay, High Court, Supreme Court and High Court has power to pass writs. Okay, writ means that is a form of written document. Written documents. Okay, Supreme Court or High Court has power to pass writ. Writ means that is a written documents. Okay, which are those writ documents? We may study one by one. Okay, first one, habeas corpus. Habeas corpus. What is habeas corpus? This is the order passed by Supreme Court or High Court, okay, to produce person within specified time span is called habeas corpus. Okay, the order passed by Supreme Court or a High Court to produce a person within specific time span. Time span is called habeas corpus. Okay, if any person arrested without reason, okay, in this moment that person or his relatives, okay, or his friends, okay, may present this person in front of court, okay, within 24 hours, okay, that is called habeas corpus. Okay, it protects the fundamental rights of citizens. Okay, the order passed by Supreme Court or High Court to produce a person within a specific time span. Okay, specific time span. It includes, okay, within 24 hours. That person must produce in front of High Court or Supreme Court. Clear this? What is that? Mandamus. This is another important writ or written document passed by Supreme Court or High Court. Okay, so what is mandamus? When the legislature, executive or any other subordinate institutions fail to perform their duty properly, in that moment Supreme Court or High Court order them to do their work promptly or properly. This order is called mandamus. Clear this? When legislature, executive or subordinate institutions fail to do their work properly, then a Supreme Court or a High Court order them to do their work properly. This order is called mandamus. Okay. Here, when a legislature, executive, fail to perform their work, then Supreme Court or High Court order them to perform their duties properly. Okay, order to perform duty properly. This order is called mandamus. Okay, this order is called mandamus. Okay, but this order was not applicable to private individual, then governor or president of India. Okay, this order applied only to members of legislature, executive and some other subordinate institutions. Clear? Next, prohibition. What is prohibition? When subordinate courts try to give judgment beyond their limit, then Supreme Court or High Court pass order against this judgment. Okay, that is called prohibition. Okay, when subordinate courts includes district level courts or taluk level courts, etc. Okay, try to give judgment beyond their limit. Okay, here subordinate court as a limitation for giving judgment, but if they try to give judgment beyond their limit, then Supreme Court or High Court pass order against that judgment. This order is called prohibition. Clear this? Certiorari. What is certiorari? When subordinate courts try to give judgment beyond their limit to related cases, then a Supreme Court or High Court order them to submit the records of judgment. Okay, this order is called certiorari. Okay, when subordinate courts try to give judgment beyond their limit, then a Supreme Court or a High Court orders these courts to submit the records of judgment. This order is called certiorari. Okay, sometimes subordinate courts try to give judgment beyond their limit. In this moment, if a person was unsatisfied, he informing this matter to Supreme Court or High Court. Then High Court or Supreme Court order these courts, subordinate courts, to submit the records of judgment. This order is called certiorari. Clear this? Okay. Next, co-warrant. What is co-warrant? The order directing right person to occupy right public office is called co-warrant. Okay, the order directing right person to occupy right public office. This order is called co-warrant. Okay, the order directs eligible person to get government job. Okay, that is co-warrant. Okay, understand this? This order directs right person or eligible person must take government job. Okay, this order is called co-warrant, and this order passed against any person who occupied government job illegally. Okay, sometimes some people getting government job without qualification or eligibility. In this moment, High Court or Supreme Court giving order, okay, giving this order to them. Which order? Co-warrant. Okay, so these are all the writs issued by both Supreme Court or High Court to protect the fundamental rights of citizens. Clear this? Now we may learn importance of public interest litigations. Public interest litigations can file cases in courts to protect the interest of public. Okay, to protect interest of public. Okay, here citizen can file cases in courts. Okay, any activities of person, okay, or factory owners or industrial owners, their activities disturbing to the public. In this moment, any person or any citizen of the country has right to file cases in courts. Okay, for example, factories. Factories releasing harmful gases into the air openly. As a result, whole atmosphere getting pollution. In this moment, people of that area can file cases in courts. Okay, and they can get justice from the court. Okay, in the same way, industries. Industries throwing some waste materials directly into river or sea water. As a result, water getting pollution. People are affected by various kinds of diseases. In this moment, people of that area can file cases in courts to protecting the rights of citizens. Okay, so this is the importance of public interest litigations. Clear?